Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video we will be turning my lodge from winter into summer, spring, whatever you would like to call this type of time. I'm going to call it spring, so without further ado, let's get into it. So first of all, I think I'm going to go and delete all of these snow piles because those are something that I'm not keeping. So there actually wasn't as many as I thought. But let's change the grass color back to grass. And then another thing I do have to delete is these trees with the lights on them. So before we go and color any more of the mountains, let's just go around and delete the rest of these trees. Right, so that is all of the grass changed back, and you can already tell a huge difference. But while we are changing the color of things like snow, I am going to go ahead and get rid of all of the snow along the house. Changing the roof does make a big difference, and oh my gosh, there are so many roofs on this house. I've probably missed a couple, but it's fine. I can get to them later. So now for the trees, what I'm wanting to do is obviously just change them back. But I think I just want to change them back. I don't want to replace them because I like the thickness of the trees. I like that it isn't super thin like normal trees are. And don't get me wrong, I like the normal trees, but I very much do prefer the snowy trees with these layers. I think it looks a million times better. So let's color them all back and then we can fix them into their own correct colors. Okay, so I have now officially changed all the plant colors and the tree colors back to the way that they are, but I left the rocks and all of that the snowy, and it already looks a million times better. But I'm not keeping it this one color each tree. No, I will be changing that later. I just wanted it as the basic. I just wanted all of them green, and then I'll change it and go more into detail with it later. But for these boulders, instead of deleting them, I was originally just going to make them, double rock. But I do not remember who I saw this from, but we don't have a moss material, do we? No. Okay, so I saw this person. Cannot tell you who because I do not remember, but they used grass on top of their boulder instead of deleting it to make it like a mossy boulder, and I loved the way that it looked for them. So that is exactly what I will be doing. So I changed all of the trees and plants back, and I've got to say, I love the way it looks. I also did change a couple trees, like remove a lot, because up in the front, it felt very, very crowded, so I removed a lot of trees. I do want to change it a little bit still because it's very pointy. Like they're all the same tree. I want to get some variety up in here. But yes, as you can see, I changed all the rocks to have moss on it, and I really like the way that that looks. I think it does look very good. But yeah, everything's kind of been changed back to its original plant-like, and I love the way it looks. It very much feels so. It just feels very spring, and I like that. That's very much the vibe that I was going for. I did sprinkle some cherry blossom trees in here and there, and yeah. This area is still a little empty, and I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet because it's not summer yet. I might still make it a pond, but that's going to be for a later video. And yeah, I did also add this cherry blossom tree up here because it looked very empty with, like, I don't know, it just looked very empty. So I added this cherry blossom tree with all of these little, like, petals. I thought that looked nice. So now I am going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a little time lapse of me decorating for Valentine's Day while I talk because there's a couple things that I would like to talk to you guys about during the time lapse. Normally I would just decorate and kind of skip, but I would like to talk to you guys for a little bit. So yeah, let's get into that. Okay, so there was a couple things that I would like to talk to you guys about regarding my channel and what's kind of going on. But first, I would like to know, how do you guys feel about this update? I personally really like this update. I like that they did something new and they decorated the town. I was hoping that they would do that. I'm also hoping that this year maybe they would add a St. Patrick's Day update or an Easter update. I'm hoping for more celebration updates, more holidays. Hopefully they will do that, and then they can also decorate the town for that. I don't know. I just like seeing the town decorated. I like seeing it different. I like the change in the map. But now that I'm done talking with that, I would like to talk to you guys about what is coming in the next month. So starting in the middle of February, I am going to be doing a little birthday celebration for the channel. Since my birthday is coming up, I decided I wanted to do something for the channel too. And with that, I am going to be doing 16 days of videos. So every day for 16 days leading up until the birthday, I am going to be posting videos, and I'm very excited. That is going to be starting in about 2 weeks here. I'm once again very excited for that. And yeah, I do not think I've talked about that yet here, but a couple weeks ago I did mention that on my Twitter, and in my Discord I put some polls out. So yeah, that is what I will be doing, and I'm very excited for that. Also, if you guys do not follow me on X, Twitter, or in my Discord server, you should definitely do that, because I give out a lot of information there, a lot of information that a lot of people do not know. It's information that you guys would not have known prior if you aren't following me there. So it is definitely a great place for information if you would like information from me. So yeah, I definitely do recommend following me there. And if you did miss it, if you're not following me there, you definitely should. But I did just announce the other day that I am going to be releasing a restaurant soon, which is the Bizarre Burgers. I'm very excited about that, and there will be a video on that during the 16 days of Bizarre Birthdays. I've decided to call it that. And yeah, I hope that you guys are as excited as I am, and let's just get back into it. All right, so we are officially, for now at least, done decorating for Valentine's Day, and I'm so excited. And I'm excited to show you guys around. So first, everything is back to green and normal, and I did add some of the cherry blossoms all around. As I mentioned earlier, along the pathway, I did add these rose bushes, which I had no idea we had, but I do really like the look of them. Out front, I replaced the bush with this statue, which I do really like. I feel like it makes it look more springy, and it does give that Valentine's effect as well. We have the bench with the heart and all of that. We have this heart little entranceway leading into the basement. Going up the stairs here, we have the heart leading into the entranceway of the lodge. But before we do go in there, I did add a little thing over here, which is just like, it's just a little cute area. I think it's a little small thing. I do like it though. And then going around up here, we do have a little build hack that I made, and I do really like it. It's love letters falling out of the mailbox. I do really like it. And yeah, if you guys would like to build that, go ahead, and I would love to see it. Going inside, we have these hearts along the ceiling, as well as I made the tree cherry blossom, and oh, it does not, and it looks like the tree is still loading in. Yeah, it looks like the tree is still having some issues loading, but it is very nice. It is now cherry blossom. Up on top of that, I do really like the way that it turned out. I think it looks really nice with the hearts and the flowers. Heading into the dining room, it is very decorated with all of these hearts and pink and red, and then same with the kitchen. The kitchen doesn't have much, but it has a little bit. Downstairs, I didn't do much. I did add some Valentine's things here and there just to spice up the area a little bit, but it is mainly the same. I do really like this area though. And then I did also decorate the bedrooms upstairs, but I didn't do much. Heading out back, I didn't do too much, but I did add a couple photo areas. I added inflatables all over and more for oh my gosh. And photo areas like this, I do really like this photo area. I do also have backdrops up there by the back door, but I do really like this one. Another thing that I added is I took inspiration from the town, and I added these heart things with the string lights, making a little pathway back up to the front, and I do really like the way that it turned out. And we are just like that, we are back at the front. That is all that I have for you guys today. So if you all enjoyed, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.